Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my July favorites. I have an overwhelming pile of makeup sitting in front of me, so I'm not going to waste too much time on this intro. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you like beauty content, you like makeup videos, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before leaving today. While you're at it, don't forget to ring that notification bell, that way you're notified of all future uploads. Let's jump into this favorites video. So I tried to think of this in terms of not only what do I use like every day on a daily basis, but also what products were introduced recently that I've really fallen in love with, that I've used at least a couple times and I'm just over the moon about. So those are the types of products I'm going to be sharing with you. Not everything in front of me was introduced recently. This could be something that I got last year or, years ago, but it's stuff that I'm using currently in the month of July. So it's going to be like a hodgepodge, stuff that I've tried recently, stuff that I've just been loving recently. That's what I'm sharing with you, my July favorites. So, with all that being said, the first thing I'm going to share with you is a brush. Why not, right? This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH6 brush. I bought this months ago and honestly never even used it that much when I first bought it, but for whatever reason, I have been loving this brush. This is the perfect blush brush if you have a really pigmented blush. It's like floofy enough that when you dip into it, it's not going to be really intense and heavy like payoff. It's going to keep it a little bit more diffused and soft. And, I have blushes that are both. I have ones that are really heavy and I have ones that take a little bit of building. If I have a blush that needs building, I don't use this because it'll take me a long time. But if I have one that's super pigmented, this is my go-to blush brush at the current moment, and I love it. So, that's the first product. So this next product you guys saw me do a review with, this is the BH Cosmetics Pistachio palette. Now, I almost didn't want to show this to you guys because this was limited edition, and I don't even think it's available anymore, which to me just blows my mind. Why would you have something this stunning and made with such good quality and make it limited edition? Why would you do that? BH Cosmetics, get your shit together. Bring it back. It's a gorgeous palette. The quality on this thing is next level. I just love it. I love it so much, and I really hope that they bring it back because I want to use it more on my channel, and when stuff is limited edition like that, I don't want to keep sharing it with you guys unless I'm doing like a Throwback Thursday type of video or a Shop My Stash. Otherwise, if you guys can't get it, why am I going to keep like raving on about a product you guys can't use? So I do love this. It's just a stunning palette, and they really outdid themselves with this collection. Okay, so the next product is not a new product to me. This is something I've had for a couple years now. This is my Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte. This is like a face palette. So I've been specifically using the shade Princess Cut right here in the middle, like every day when I'm doing my makeup for work. I don't know what it is about this bronzer, but it's the perfect like combination of warmth, yet not being too orange. And I usually top it off with a different bronzer, but that's pretty much all I use from here. Sometimes I'll dip into the shade Carrot over here, but not that often if I'm just being honest. I just really love that shade Princess Cut. Gorgeous bronzer, and I wish they made it a single because I would buy it. So keeping it along that whole like bronzer, brown powder trend, another love of mine for the month of July is the Scott Barnes Contour Palette. So I originally picked up this palette because I want to do wedding makeup. I just want to do makeup on the side, and I've been wanting to do that for a really long time now, and I haven't taken the plunge yet. That's why I grabbed like palettes like this, because there's a wide variety of tones in here that I can use for all different types of skin tones. But specifically for myself, I have been tearing up the shade Carve up here in the corner. Anytime I want to chisel my face a little bit, if I want to add a little bit of depth, cheekbones, that's the shade I'll dip into. Carve is just a really cool toned contour shade, and it's perfect for me. So I have been loving the shit out of this contour palette. I've been using it a lot. Okay, let's venture away from face powders and talk about concealers. So this next product is one that I've had probably over a year now. I've had this for a while, but I didn't start like using it on a daily basis up until recently. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced. I don't know what about this product made me like dip into it and then use it consistently. I don't know, but I really like the way it looks underneath my eyes. I like what I'm able to highlight with it. It's got really good coverage. It doesn't dry my under eyes out terribly. I really love this product, and I've been using it consistently in my everyday makeup routine. So, had to mention this. I also wanted to take the time to mention the Pat McGrath Labs Concealer. Her Sublime Fetish, what's it called? Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer. This is one that I don't really use on its own because it can be a little bit drying, but I like to use this one as a brightener. That's actually what I've got going on in the middle of my forehead today. The shade that I got is super light. That's why it works well for that reason, and it's just good as a brightener, so that's what I've really been loving for that. I've also really been enjoying mixing this one in together with the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. This is another favorite of mine for this month. Now, this one I like to wear on its own. It's like the perfect shade match for me, even though it doesn't look like it right now because I'm kind of orangey, because the foundation I picked was, not the right tone for me. But I really love this concealer. It's creamy, it's full coverage, it's not super drying, it looks really good underneath my eyes. I like mixing the two of these because I get a good shade match that way. So, those are the 3 concealers that I've been swooning over in the month of July. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to mention is an eyeshadow palette. I bought this palette, I believe, in June, but I didn't really start using it like a lot until the month of July. This is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Whoops. It is just stunning. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what else to say about it. It's just gorgeous. And it's such a good, everyday, neutral palette. Warm tones. You can use this as a summer palette. You could use it as a fall palette if you wanted to. It's just beautiful, and I'm really glad that I own it. It's a staple in my makeup routine at this point, and I love it. Okay, the next thing that I want to mention is another brush. So about a month ago or so, I was talking to Britt Clark about BK Beauty's brushes, and she was raving about them, and I was like, you know what? I just need to try them. I need to try them and see what I think about them. So I grabbed the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, along with a couple of eye brushes. The eye brushes I really haven't tried out enough, so I don't know. I can't really call them favorites. I don't know 100% how I feel about them. But as far as the foundation brush, this is a fantastic brush for buffing in foundation. It's actually what I use today to get my foundation even all over my face. I am trying out a new foundation today, which you guys will be seeing that wear test review, whatever you want to call it, coming up soon. Or maybe it's already up. If it is, I'll link it above so you guys can check it out. But regardless, this is a wonderful brush. It just does such a good job buffing in foundation, and had to mention it. So you guys have probably heard me mention MAC Glow Play blushes in prior videos. It's because I'm obsessed with them. And I recently picked up another shade. I only had... Did I have one? I think I had 2. Did I have 2? Regardless, I have 3 of them now, and I'm in love with all 3 of them. So I have the shade Grand. It's just a really pretty neutral, like brownie pink shade. It's gorgeous. These also have a sheen to them. They look, well, they're called Glow Play Blush for a reason. They are glowy. This one is the shade Blush Please. And I thought that it was going to be really similar to Grand, but it's not. They're actually very different in tone. Like, this one here is just more of a mauve shade, and this one is more of like that mid-tone pinky shade. And then the last shade that I have is Groovy. This one is like a beautiful, like a coral shade, and it just looks stunning on the cheeks. So I've been loving me some MAC Glow Play blushes the month of July, and I had to mention those. Okay, so let's talk about a product that is not makeup. Still beauty, not makeup. This is the Eva NYC Main Magic 10-in-1 Primer. So what I used to use for my hair was the Redken, I think it's called like One United or something like that, but it is stupid expensive. It's like 20 some or 30 some dollars for like one spray bottle of it. To me, that is insane, but it's wonderful. It's such a good like leave-in conditioning detangler. Like, it's just an amazing product. So I stopped buying that because unless it's on sale, I'm not spending that kind of money on something you spray in your hair. I'm just not going to do it. So I ended up picking up this one from Eva NYC instead, and I really enjoy it. It smells so good. Like, I'm almost out of this stuff. And it does a really good job helping me get a brush through my hair because I do have really dry hair. So I wanted to mention this as well because this is definitely something I've been loving in the month of July. So the next thing that I wanted to share with you guys is Nakia Joy setting powder. Well, her velvet finishing powder. This stuff here is a miracle worker. It makes your skin look so smooth and airbrushed and just flawless. I love this powder. I have been using it so much through the month of July that it's like halfway gone already, which is absolutely crazy because I think I got it at the beginning of the month. It smells like vanilla. It's super finely milled. Like, you cannot breathe in when you're buffing this on your face because you'll choke. You will gag. I don't know. Love this powder. Definitely wanted to mention it in this favorites video. Okay, the next thing is like a set of products. It's 2 different brands, but just the product type in general. I have been absolutely loving colorful eyeliners. So I've got quite a few here, and they're all like pastel or neon shades. They just add an extra pop, something special to an eye look, and I love that. I love being able to amp up an eye look with something so simple as an eyeliner. So the ones in specific that I have, I grabbed 5 of the LA Girl Neon eyeliners, which the first time I bought a couple of them, I was like, I'm buying all of them. Those are amazing. They're long wearing. They're extremely pigmented. They're not streaky. They don't rub off on your waterline. These, my friends, are fantastic. So I have the shades Gotcha, Screamin', Fresh, Electric, and then I have Vivid. So I absolutely love these. They're fantastic eyeliners. If you're looking for like colorful eyeliners and you're not sure which brand to get because some eyeliners are really garbage, these are not. They're fantastic and they're so affordable, so it just makes it that much better. And then the other eyeliners that I picked up were from ColourPop. So this is their like cream gel eyeliners, and I got their set of pastels, and I just love them. I think they're beautiful. I love being able to add these to an eye look. So next up is my Patrick Ta Blush Duo in the shade Do We Know Her? And that's what that looks like. I don't have much experience with the cream one. Look, I'm a sissy, okay? I've got oily skin. It makes me really nervous using cream products because it doesn't last very long on my face. I usually have to set over top of it, and then it defeats the entire purpose. So I do still need to play around with the cream blush a little bit more in this, but the powder blush, it is gorgeous. Such a pretty, just corally, peachy, beautiful shade. Love that. Something that really surprised me that I kind of fell in love with this month, and actually last month too, was my NARS eyeshadow base. So this is something that I had a travel size of way back when, like a long time ago, and I really enjoyed it. I used it all up, but I never repurchased it, and I don't know why. So for whatever reason, I decided to pick up the full-size version of this. I don't know if it was on sale. Like, I don't know what in my brain was like, you need that NARS eyeshadow base, because I hadn't used the trial size in a really long time, but I grabbed it up, and I've been using this pretty much every morning when I'm going to work, because it really does help keep your lids matte, and it makes your eyeshadow last a lot longer. So I do have mine in the shade Light, and it cancels out all the purple on my lids and all those veins, and it just makes my eyeshadow last all day, which is what I'm looking for when I'm at work. That's actually what I have on my lids today before I put this look on. So love this eyeshadow base. Another product that I picked up this month that really surprised me how much I love this. This is the Milani Weekend Brow Pen. I think I got on the Ulta Beauty website because I was looking for like drugstore products that I could use, because I've had a couple comments that are like, do you use affordable products? Do you use drugstore? And I do, but I don't use them as much as I used to. I've really fallen into that whole like higher end makeup realm and indie makeup realm. It's kind of been like more my focus here lately. So I had ordered some things from Ulta that were drugstore, more affordable, and this was one of them, and let me tell you, this is just as good, if not better, than the Glossier Brow Flick, the Urban Decay Brow Blade. What else? I feel like there's more. Lime Crime has one. This is just as good, but for a fraction of the cost. So it's got that like marker pinpoint on it there. It gives you those little hair strokes. You just have to be careful with how much pressure you're putting down when you're putting this in your brows. It's what I have at the front of my brows today to give me those hair strokes. So I absolutely love this product. It is fantastic. So heads up, you guys are going to hear a lawnmower. My son is mowing my grass for me, so I'm grateful for that. You guys might not be, but you know, gotta take whatever I can get at this point. So the next product, this is the Lime Crime Bushy Brow. All of the wording rubbed off on it. Not really sure how that happened, but anyway, I've really been loving this at the very end of my brow routine. I like to flick this up in like the beginning portion of my brow here to really make those hairs stand up and make them look a little bit more realistic and not plastered to my head. It also helps to fill in a little bit of that sparseness. It just makes my brows a little bit more stiff where I need them to be stiff. So it's got a really thin like spoolie on it. It's a good shade match for me, so I've really been enjoying the bushy brow. We got a few more products. It was a lot. I had a lot of loves this month. I can't help it. So the next product, again, is not a makeup product. It's a fragrance. This is something that I've had numerous times. I've been using this perfume probably for a couple years now. But for whatever reason, I don't know if like my body chemistry has changed, because you know how perfumes smell different on different people. Something about this I have been totally in love with. This is the YSL Mon Paris. I've been using it like every day when I go to work, and it's my current favorite perfume. I have a couple of other favorites, but this has been like my go-to everyday favorite for the month of July. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you, or things, I have been truly enjoying the Propa Beauty lipsticks this month. I grabbed two initially. I grabbed the shades Limitless and Finesse. So let me just show you. This one is Limitless. Looks like this. It's like a really beautiful, like orange toned brown, I guess is how you would describe that. Gorgeous shade. And then the shade Finesse is more of like a pinky brown, kind of, but still gorgeous shade. I love these. The formula on these are so buttery and smooth. I'm actually wearing the shade Her Magic on my lips right now. That's this one here. And it looks intimidating when you look at it in the bullet. I love it. I think that it is absolutely beautiful. And it's so comfortable. It doesn't like immediately wear off of your lips. It's not transfer proof or anything like that. But I love it. It's opaque. It's shiny. It's just very flattering. So like I said, I had originally grabbed two, and then I ordered 4 more on National Lipstick Day because they were 30% off, and with an influencer code, I got them for another 15% off. So now I have 6. I just love them. I think they're gorgeous. So if you all were interested in picking these up, you can get a discount on it. My code for that is Makeup Shells. I will leave everything that I've talked about in this video so far linked down below. That way you guys can find it more easily if you're interested in purchasing something. If you don't want to use my links, because most of them, well, I don't want to say most of them, some of them will be affiliate links. I'm going to start trying to be better about that and put like a little asterisk next to the ones that are affiliate links. That way you know. Because if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's totally fine. You don't have to. You can always Google it yourself, purchase it that way, whatever makes you happy. But, you know, just to tell you in advance, anything you guys purchase from my description box through affiliate links, it will kick me a small commission, and in turn makes me money so I can filter it back into my channel, purchasing more products to review for you guys. So if you decide to do that, if you decided to purchase from my affiliate links, I'm very appreciative of that, and I do want to thank you in advance. Now that I have all that out of the way, let's move on with the favorites. So the next product is from Artist Couture, and this is like a little teeny tiny sample. This is their Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Illuminati. Can I show it without spilling it? Maybe. All I can hear is a lawnmower. So this is a sample that I got probably a year ago, maybe not that long, but it's been a long time. And for whatever reason, I just recently started using this, and it is fabulous. They're really good, and I love them, and I've highly considered purchasing another one. So, wanted to mention that. Now, the rest of what I'm going to show you, was there anything else? Oh, one more that's non-makeup related. This is the Curology System, or the Curology Cream, well, however you want to call it. So, several months ago, I was watching Angie from Hot and Flashy, and she was talking about Curology. Now, Curology is a skincare system, and it is licensed dermatologist. I don't know why that word escaped me. Licensed dermatologist that will prescribe you a skincare medicated cream based on your skin concerns. So I have a lot of fine lines, wrinkles, I have a lot of pimples and discoloration and all that happy horse shit. So they created a special formulation just for me, Mine has clindamycin, azelaic acid, and tretinoin in it. So that specific formulation is supposed to help with my specific skin concerns. And like I said, it is done through a licensed dermatologist, so it is a prescribed medication. But I don't have to leave my home. You do everything online, the consultation is online, and they just send it to you in the mail, and it's super convenient. So far I have noticed that my lines are not as pronounced. It hasn't really done much for my spots, like my discoloration yet, but I know you have to use this product for at least several months before you really start to see results. And I think I'm on like month 3. I've just never talked about it with you guys on my channel, and I really wanted to mention it. So if you're somebody that's looking for a good medicated skincare regimen or a good skincare cream, check out Curology. I think you might enjoy that. Okay. So the rest of what I'm going to share with you is eyeshadows that I've picked up. I'm not going to go through the swatching them, and I'm not going to do the swatch party and all that stuff in this video. I am going to dedicate an entire video to that so you guys can see just how wondrous and gorgeous these are. But I want to mention the brands and maybe just point at them, just show them to you. So first and foremost, before I even get into the eyeshadows themselves, this is the Adept palette from Adept Cosmetics. I've been housing all of my single shadows in 3 of these palettes. I've got a purple one, we've got a pink one, and then I also have a black one. These are fantastic palettes, like empty palettes for your singles. I love them. They are so sturdy. They're hinged in the back. You open them up, and then there's not much in this one because this is like the 3rd one I'm filling up here. But it's got like a little divider here, this little plastic piece. I hope I don't drop this. I just love these. They're so convenient. They hold a lot of eyeshadows. So I'm working right now on filling up my 3rd Adept palette. But what's inside of these is even more special. So if you've been watching my channel over the past month or so, you've probably heard me mention Terra Moons. And I've probably mentioned it a lot because I am in love with Terra Moon's eyeshadows. So this is really hard to hold like this. That's what all of this is up here. That's my Terra Moons collection, and I plan on expanding. I love them so much. They're so sparkly, they're shimmery, they're shiny. I just love sparkly, shiny eyeshadows, hence, the extra eye look I've got going on today. I think it just really draws attention to the eyes and away from my wrinkles. And I just really love it. I love being able to amp up an eye look with one of these gorgeous shades. So I wanted to mention Terra Moons. Again, I'm going to share my favorite single eyeshadows with you in a future video. So be on the lookout for that. But as a whole, been loving Terra Moons, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So the other brand that I want to mention, well, I guess we got a couple. Divina Cosmetics. Now, Divina is a brand that I've tried in the past, but just recently, I have totally fallen in love with her formula. So this is like my shiny, shimmery, out of this world, beautiful singles palette. And I'm stabbing one. That's genius. There we go. Okay. So this entire section over here is all Divina. And it's divine. I love it. Definitely wanted to mention that because I haven't mentioned them as favorites yet, and they are. They are definitely favorites. Actually, that's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. She came out with 2 new singles recently. One of them is Centaurus. That's this one here. I don't know if I can get it to translate how beautiful and shifty it is on camera. It is a duochrome, and that is what I have on the outer portion of my lids. And then on that inner portion, like this little bit right here, I took the shade Moonlit, which is this stunning, sparkly silver. This is quite literally the most beautiful silver eyeshadow I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not joking. It is so stunning. Gorgeous. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to just swatch that one. Look at how reflective, shiny, insane, and special this eyeshadow is. It's beautiful. I mean, I legit can't get over it. And there's the other one. If I can get it to shift for you. Just look how pretty that is. So beautiful. But anyway, those are her newer ones, but I love all of the recent collections she's come out with. And yeah, if you like the shimmery, sparkly, amazing eyeshadows, the singles, I will share those with you here soon. We'll do some swatches and just, ooh and ah over them, but that's going to wrap up this video. What did you guys think about all of my picks? Did you see any of your favorites in this video? Let me know down below. Let's start that conversation. I love talking with you guys. It's one of my favorite things to do after I drop a video. I love hearing from you, your thoughts, your opinions, what you have in your collection. It's just makeup talk and I love it. So thank you guys for taking the time to leave comments. If you like this video, share it on your socials if you are into doing that. That's one way that you guys can support me without spending any money at all, and I'm very grateful when you guys take the time to do that. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you've made it this far in the video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before leaving today. Ring the notification bell, that way you don't miss any future uploads, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.